I'm Rebecca Kitchen.
And I'm Josh Little. There's just 2 nights left of the Reno Rodeo, and things have been a little different this year with the absence of Cotton Rosser. KOLO 8 News Now's Nick Doyle joins us live from the Reno Rodeo grounds. And Nick, Cotton was a major part of the rodeo's success for 6 decades.
Absolutely. Rosser's impact was legendary. So legendary that they built him this bronze statue in 1995. And here you can see on the ground, there's tons of messages filled with loving messages. And of course, his well-deserved title, King of the Cowboys.
Cotton Rosser's one of the legends of all time.
Cotton Rosser was my father.
Well, he grew us.
King of Cowboys.
Cotton Rosser was a showman, and he wanted to make sure we had put on the best show possible. And now we're the 5th or 6th largest rodeo in the country because of him.
Rosser produced the rodeo and supplied livestock for nearly 70 years.
Cotton's biggest key was to keep the crowd entertained and to always keep bringing new and innovative ideas to Reno.
He'd ride in the arena every night. His grandkids would ride with him. His son was there with him, you know, and the last time he came out. He's a special man.
Rosser passed away last year on June 22nd at age 93. It was his son Reno's birthday, who he named after the city.
I had called him and he wanted to know how the rodeo went because he couldn't be here. And I told him everything was fine at the Reno and we had a great performance, and he left us about 3 minutes later. So I think he felt like, you know what, we're in good hands here in Reno, and it was okay to go.
Cotton was known for his new ideas and acts.
Oh man, innovation.
He took pride in making fans, family, and friends feel appreciated.
So the year I was president, my daughter actually ran the calf chutes in the back.
And of course, he would take care of his Cowboys.
So the guys have the rough ride. He'd throw them a bottle of whiskey and tell them, you know, come back again and do it again.
And every cowboy that's, you know, always will remember of Cotton of this is, you know, he was the first one to bring hard alcohol and alcohol into rodeo.
All of Cotton's traditions still live inside a livestock arena today. Specifically when the mares and calves strut around.
Rodeo is saved thanks to the Rosser family.
The praise and appreciation for Rosser fills the arena every time. You could hear it from the statue.
He was a people person. He was a people's man, and people love that.
Reno says every rodeo producer has their favorite rodeo, and this was his.
This rodeo meant so much to him, and for them to put a statue up in front of this livestock event center meant a lot to him. I've only seen my dad cry a few times, and that was definitely one of them.
You know, he was in his 90s when he passed away last year, and until the year before that, he was on horseback, touching the people's lives against the fence, riding around the arena every night.
Many would say gone too soon, but all would agree that Cotton Rosser will never be forgotten.
He's not absent, he's here. So he's watching, and you could definitely feel his presence.
And that's Cotton's son, Reno. He continues his legacy by supplying livestock to the rodeo. When I spoke to General Manager Combs, he told me Cotton had a famous saying. It goes, "I may not make $1 million, but I will make 1 million friends." I think that's a true testament to Cotton's character. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knew Cotton Rosser, and he really, I mean, into his 90s, he would make the rounds and make everyone feel welcome at the Reno Rodeo grounds.
I mean, that's amazing. When you're in your 90s and you're still on horseback, that is a man's man right there. And I think most of us would need a shot or two of whiskey to get back onto.
Maybe he would throw you a bottle. You never know.
Reno, hey, you know what? We'll take those bottles. You can carry on your father's legacy. All right, thanks, Nick.